Well, it turns out the Trudeaus have been paid big money for showing up at We Day events in the past. In fact, more than $353,000 between Margaret Trudeau, Alexandra Trudeau, and Sophie Gregoire Trudeau. That's the news coming out of the We charity today. If you've been following along, there have been questions about conflict of interest regarding the $912 million contract awarded to We to run a volunteer program on behalf of the Trudeau Liberal government. Plenty of people said right from the beginning, isn't this a bit close? You've spoken at their events. Your wife is an ambassador and hosts podcast. Your mother has spoken at We Day events. No, don't worry. We've never been paid for that, is what the Prime Minister's office said. We Charity even said. We didn't pay them. Well, here's the truth, and it comes directly from an email that We Charity sent me today. I asked them, did you pay either Margaret, Alexandra, or Sophie or Justin Trudeau? Did you pay any of them for their participation? Here's how the email starts when we find out about the big bucks to Margaret and Sasha Trudeau. As you know, We Day is an event of We Charity. Over the years, We Day corporate partners have sponsored via speakers bureaus speakers to participate at the event. One of the corporate sponsors has been Me to We Social Enterprises. Margaret Trudeau had her speaking fees sponsored by Me to We Social Enterprise and was paid via Speakers Spotlight Speakers Bureau. Now, for those of you that don't know, Me to We is the private arm of We Charity. It's run by the Kielburger brothers, and they're the ones that will send you on a voluntourism trip to Kenya, or sell you coffee or chocolate or a bracelet made by a poor single mother in Kenya. They use similar branding. In fact, the We logo shows up in the Me to We. It's very difficult to tell them apart, and I'm sure it's difficult for them to tell themselves apart at some point. But how does a charity say, oh no, we didn't pay somebody, but someone donated to us to pay for that? This needs a bit more unraveling. But let's get down to the dollar figures. What were the figures? Well, for Margaret Trudeau, it was $332,000. For Alexandra Trudeau, and that was for 28 events, by the way. For Alexandra Trudeau, it was $40,000. For 8 events, he got paid $5,000 an appearance. Margaret, by the way, closer to $12,000. And Sophie Trudeau, she got paid $1,400 for hosting a We Day event in Montreal back in 2012. Apparently, all her other appearances, including flying to London, England, to hang out with Idris Elba and other A-listers, Jamie Oliver and the rest, that was all done free of charge, except for the expenses. Of course, that's fully understandable. But how does Margaret Trudeau or Alexandra Trudeau or the Trudeau family forget $353,000? They knew that they got paid for going to the We Day events. The Prime Minister's office was asked about it. They said no. Someone lied to the PMO's top spokespeople when they said, just tell them no one was paid. They were paid. Now we're getting into quibbling over who actually paid the bill. At the end of the day, they were paid substantial funds to go to these events. This is an incredibly cozy relationship that goes back to 2007 when Justin Trudeau was a nominated politician running for office and got to show up at the very first We Day event. He's been to many others since. He may not have been paid, but he got something most politicians would kill for. A chance to speak to an engaged, motivated audience of young people and tell them, I'm just like you. They may not have been able to vote in 2007 or 2008, but you know they're voting now. That has a very tangible benefit attached to it. There is so much to continue to unravel here, and this is not the end of the questions for either the Trudeau government or the various We organizations that are out there. This, which started out as just awarding them a contract, a sole source contract, is going to lead to story after story until everyone just decides, you know what, let's put all the cards on the table and be fully and completely transparent.